I'm finally talking to the amazing designer Danish Wakeel. His collection was beautiful and very creative tonight. So tell us about Conspicuous Hedonism. It was inspired by Venice. Tell us more about it.
Well, the Conspicuous Hedonism is a collection inspired by royalty, romance, the city of masks, Venice, and impeccable craftsmanship. I kind of juxtaposed and fused all of that together. Romance, Venice, royalty, landscape of Venice, gondola boats, masquerade ball, and kind of sort of fused elements of elements of amazing British tailoring with fine workmanship of French haute couture atelier. And I kind of finish it off with the Italian finishes in the end to come up with this collection. It took me a long time to design this collection, but it took me a very, very long time to design this collection because I like to rummage through the concepts. I like to do a lot of research. I'm a slave of research. I feverishly research through ideas globally and get inspired by sometimes a color, sometimes a texture, sometimes an image, and anything which kind of stimulates my collection. A story then kind of develops and results in a final collection.
Amazing, really, really good. You're not just a designer though, you do other things. Tell us about what else you do.
Essentially, I'm a qualified MA, a fashion designer with a degree, with an MA degree from London. But I like to flirt and kind of play with different branches of creativity, with acting. Be an artist. I like to act with acting, theater, and kind of amalgamate sort of different genres of creativity into my collection, and come up with extravagant, opulent, luxurious, and exuberant fashion shows.
I like to do a bit of everything in this. Tonight was really good. So good of everything. The music was great as well. The artists you had were amazing.
Because I like to do something out of the box, breaking, sometimes pushing, most of the time breaking boundaries. I like to do anything which is not really been done. I make sure I know everything is done. Everything sort of, creative minds do meet somewhere along the line. But even there, I try to sort of have that idiosyncratic and that idiosyncratic element into my collections and make them as eccentric as I possibly can. Not only the collections, but the entire presentations. I've got this fearless attitude to fashion and its presentation. I think I'm that. I consider myself a provocative. I like to provoke things and provocative, and sort of come up with different ideas and, play around with that, really.
Yeah, you're a big flirter. You're very provocative, looking at the names of your last collections and stuff like that. Very good.
Yeah, the last collection was called Glamorized Victimization, where I sort of played and looked into the animal skins. And from that, I just wanted to have a complete U-turn, a complete, and then I liked romance, so I kind of flirted with the romance and sort of mixed it with the city of Venice, and then it was a birth of Conspicuous Hedonism, which was kind of showcased today during the last day of London Fashion Week closing show.
So I'm sure very soon your next idea will be born as well.
It's very bold because it's very bold. It's going to be very, very provocative because I'm already started working for it, but I don't like to give any sort of...
No, don't tell us anything, no. But what about your film? There's Island.
Yeah, The Island is a film which is inspired by the city of Venice again, because usually I make films for my collection, which are short films, but Island is something which I just sometimes become overly ambitious and sort of just go out there and make it. Island is a feature film in 3 parts. It's a trilogy, it's a film in trilogy. The first part has been sort of premiered a couple of months ago in London. The second part is just ready to be filmed, but because of my very, very busy and hectic schedule, I'm not just getting a right time to sort of having a premiere for that. But hopefully very soon, my show is over, London Fashion Week is over. And I call myself, as far as creativity is concerned, I'm like an optimist, incurable optimist. I cannot just sit down, after the show, after all the hardship. It's difficult to put up a show like that, So I can't just sit together. From tomorrow onwards, I'll be working on something. Yeah, I can't just. Yeah.
That's what makes you a great, unique designer that will never stop working, really.
Yeah. I just like to play with different things. I can't just sit down and just rest.
So this was something.
I haven't had a holiday in years.
So this is something you're very passionate about that you was always meant to do. Have you always wanted to be a designer?
No, not at all. My background has been in aviation. Throughout my GCSEs and A-levels, I have had my science subjects, physics subjects, mathematics, additional mathematics at my A-levels. My childhood passion was to be a pilot, and if I wouldn't be a pilot, I would be flying British Airways A360, A380, somewhere, and I would be a pilot. Commercial pilot was my passion, was my childhood dream to be a commercial pilot.
What made that change over to being involved with fashion?
You plan something in life and completely opposite happens. The last time I drew and I sketched was at my primary years at school, and after that, many years ago, after I completed my first degree in aviation from City University in London, after like that many, there was a gap, and then the next time I picked up a pen to sort of sketch was at the London College of Fashion at my second degree.
So this is your second degree and two completely different things. It's just incredible.
Yeah, as I say, you plan something up in life, but the God has got a different plan for you.
Destiny is a beautiful thing, isn't it?
Beautiful.
So this is what you're...
Indulge and revel. I'm reveling in it. I don't know what I would have been if I wouldn't be a designer, but I must confess to enjoying it and absolutely reveling in it, and indulge in the process as I could. I enjoy every little bit of it, and I take a lot of pride to make sure the nuances comes out. Not only in designing a collection, but the entire presentation, due to a fearless attitude I have towards fashion and creativity. Yeah.
What was your personal favorite of your outfits? I mean, it was all good.
Yeah, it was all good. My personal favorite outfit, I love the suits. The luxurious cut to it. Very, very razor sharp silhouettes when it comes to the contour, completely sort of enveloping the models into the luxurious, into the luxury. But then again, I love the lapels, and I love exaggerated lapels, and I think that is one of my signature styles. I love to have those luxurious cuts too, because when you talk about royalty, when you talk about Venice, when you talk about romance, when you talk about indulgence, so yeah, when you talk about hedonism, the luxury is bound to happen. So.
Tonight has been amazing. You look very good on the catwalk. Very good. Do you ever get nervous? Never. Fearless.
I've been trained to be a model. Modeling is something I thoroughly enjoy, and now I started enjoying acting as well. But modeling is something it was like bread and butter while I was in university. My father kept me under a very strict budget while I was studying, and then I used to find ways to sort of work. And modeling just happened. I was discovered in one of the Western clubs in London while I was a student a few years ago. And the next thing I knew was I was walking the ramp through London Fashion Week. So that's something I thoroughly enjoyed, and I better be, after all that training, I better look right at the ramp,
You looked really good, yes, definitely. Very professional, very beautiful. Another thing, at your young age, you've got a very large fan base, haven't you, following? Does that
That's something which kind of sort of, I've become really humbled, the kind of fan following I have, not only from London, but from overseas as well. It's a huge following, and the kind of adulation, love, affection, and appreciation I get. Who wouldn't enjoy that, That's something I thoroughly enjoy, and I love it and hold very dear to me. Sometimes it's difficult to respond to the kind of emails I get from fans, but then I must tell you that I thoroughly enjoy the appreciation, the adulation, and I look forward to that kind of support and appreciation even in the future. Yeah. So I really look forward to that even in the future. It kind of makes me a very, very humble person, and I have this every time. Obviously the kind of following I have right now, it's a big responsibility because you have to come up to the expectations. Every project, every creative endeavor I do, it makes me more and responsible to come up to the expectations of my followers.
so last question, I'll let you go. What's the future of Danish Wakeel? Next, what are we going to be expecting next?
You know, I don't know what the future holds for me, because in life I plan things completely opposite happens, but I must confess to enjoying the voyage. I'm enjoying the voyage. I'm reveling in it. I'm completely indulged. I don't know where life would take me a few years later, but wherever I am today, I must confess I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely reveling in the process, and it's great. It's great to be wherever I am today.
Yeah, it's like my favorite saying, it's not the destination of the journey, the glory of the ride. Something like that.
Definitely the glory of the ride is the glory of the voyage. I mean, you must enjoy, I mean, you don't really have one shouldn't really have a definite destination with a plan. One should just enjoy the journey. Take time and enjoy the journey. And I am in a profession which gives me a lot of pleasure, which gives me a lot of enjoyment, and which sort of stimulates me creatively. So.
Amazing. Thank you for talking to me. It's been very lovely interviewing you. And I really enjoyed your show tonight. It's been great. It's been really good.
Take care.